If you hear the construction outside, I'm so sorry. Hi guys, I know that I look pretty scary right now, but I already did my base and my brows and I'm currently baking. So I do want to show you how these products look like and how they swatch. So I did some shots a couple of weeks ago, so let me just show you that right now. These are the Go Travel palettes by Focallure, and I have Turkey and Prague with me. I did not buy some of the palettes because I was on a budget, but this is fairly cheap. This cost me 405 pesos, which is around 10-ish dollars, I think. Anyways, I have not played with this palette yet. I only swatched these for the video you just saw, but I already did play with this once for a TikTok that I did. It's a very simple palette, very neutral, very nice. It has golds, it has browns, warm browns, and you know, it's perfect for those girls who like to keep it simple. Anyways, today I am going to review more of this palette right here. This is the Turkey palette. Without further ado, I guess let's just start. I'm going to take Turkish Delights all over on my crease. Actually, no, wait. I'm going to take Antalya Museum and put it on top of the lids to make the Turkish Delight shade go a little bit smoother and make it blend easier. Let's go back with Turkish Delights and blend it all over the crease in a window wiper motion. Turkish Delight is a pinkish purple shade, and as far as I can see, it's not like being a little, it's not hard to work with. It's definitely not patchy. It blends easily. It's very smooth. And I did notice that most of these colors are very easy and like smooth, creamy to the touch when I swatch them. So that's very nice. And these shades you can definitely build up. I mean, they are pretty pigmented already, but if you need to build the color up, they are buildable and they are easy to blend together. With the Prague palette, I didn't really have any problems with it. It was very easy to work with. Next, I'm going to take the shade Kikova, which is a reddish shade, on a pencil brush. I'm going to take that and put it on the crease and not blend it as high as I did the Turkish Delight shade. I'm just going to keep it on the crease area just to deepen that purple a little bit. So you see, it's very easy to blend into each other. It's not being patchy or hard to work with. I really like it. So I can kind of see that the purple's blending away, so I'm just going to take more of Turkish Delight and lightly blend outside Kikova just to bring that color back in. That's looking better. Now I want to take Marmaris, which is a deeper purple. It's kind of like a mixture of Turkish Delight and Kikova, but a little more dark. And I'm going to take that on a smaller, more dense blending brush. And I'm going to take that a little bit more inside the crease, just to add a little more dimension to it. As you can see, it's already darkening that look a little bit more, but you can still see some of that red. And there. Anyways, back with that pencil brush, I'm going to take the shade Hazelnuts, which is a purple undertone brown. I'm going to take that on the pencil brush and just apply it on the outer V of my eyes. Again, to add some dimension. This look is really turning vampy. So this is the eye look as of now. It's very dark, it's very purpley red, very vampy, very bright, dare I say. But we're going to lighten that up with the shade Golden Horn and apply that using your fingertip. Golden Horn is a red with some iridescent green iridescent shimmers on it. When I swatched it, it's great, but some swatches really do fool you. As you can see right now, it's not too visible on the eyes, but I think this can be built up. It definitely can be built up. So this is how it looks like. Still, that's not I need a little bit more pop, so I guess I'm going to take Avsa Island, pop that on top of Golden Horn. Yeah, okay. Now the shimmer and the hazelnut shade, the dark brown shade, is not blending too well, so I think I'm going to take some of Topkapi shade on this sponge and use that on the outer edge of this like cut crease. And this shade Topkapi, you definitely have to build it up to see the pigment. I'm really rubbing the sponge inside there. The shimmers, ironically, are the ones which are more hard to work with. In this palette, I find that only Avsa Island is the buttery kind of shade. Golden Horn, Topkapi, Ankara, and Choi, which are the rest of the shimmers, are very, very kind of like hard. And they're stunning, but you do have to be a little bit more patient with them. The fucking dog. Oh my god. Anyways, this is the look. I'm just going to do the other eye and I'll be right back to show you how I smoke out the lower lash line. So I'm back and I just did the other eye. Now we are going to brush off this bake. I'm going to take a smaller blending brush and go in with the shade Turkish Delight, the same shade that we used for the crease, and use that to smoke the lower lash line. So there's that, and with a small packing brush, I'm going to take the shade Marmoris and use that to blend out the lower lash line. It's not as dark as the shade Hazelnuts, which I didn't choose because it might close off the side of this eye a little bit. So I'm just taking a lighter but still dark shade like Marmoris and using that to smoke out this part of the eye. I said a while ago that only Avsa is the one that really performs really well, but I realized that the shimmers that are kind of hard to work with are not that shimmery, I guess, or not as metallic as Avsa Island. So I swatched them very quickly on the back of my hands, and this is Avsa Island. So as you can see, Avsa Island is very, very reflective, but the rest of these shimmers are not so reflective, and I guess that's because of their finish. Like, they're still shimmery but not as bright or as icy as Avsa Island. So do keep that in mind. Still, I do prefer Avsa Island for the inner part of the eye because it just pops out more, especially when you're pairing it with looks and colors as dark as, you know, this kind of color scheme. So I'm taking Golden Horn, which is the iridescent red shimmer, and just popping that on the inner corner of my eye. That's that. It just adds a little bit more pop on the inner corner of the eye, kind of lifts the eye a little bit. I don't know. I don't know how to be a beauty vlogger. Anyways, I'm going to quickly do this part of my eye. So that's it for the eyes. It's very pink, very purple, very vampy. I actually kind of like it. So now I'm just going to do the rest of my eyes, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts and verdict for the Go Travel palette. So yeah guys, this is the look that I made with the Turkey palette. My final verdict for this palette is I highly recommend it. Out of 10 stars, I'd probably give it 8.5 because it swatches well. I just have some issues with the shimmer. If you're someone who likes color, I definitely recommend getting this palette because it has different kind of finishes. Like Avsa Island is very metallic. It's a very metallic pink. This has iridescent green gold shifting shimmers. These other shimmers are very pigmented, but they're not as metallic or as icy as Avsa Island. It also has a single pressed glitter, and the mattes perform very well, so I probably give it 8.5. In terms of performance, as you can see, it blended out really well. The colors stack on top of each other. It does not get patchy when you blend it. It does not turn muddy when you try to mix it with other colors inside the palette. Like, the formulations are very impressive. One thing that I did notice is that, like I said, some of the shimmers and the mattes are not really that consistent. Some of the mattes don't really have any kickback or fallout, but some mattes do. Some mattes are formulated to be a little more softer, a little more creamier, and the same thing goes with some of the shimmers. Like this kind of shimmery shade is really hard, but this shade, Avsa Island, is quite soft. Both swatch very well, so that's just one thing to note. For the Prague palette, even though I did not use this, the time that I did use it, I was really impressed because it's just it's a no-brainer palette. It's very good. The same thing goes with this palette in terms of the formulations not being consistent. Some are more softer than the others, some are more hard than the others, or more firm. Now, in terms of prices, they are cheap, relatively cheap in terms of like drugstore brands. Overall, I find Focallure a very good brand for eyeshadows. I like the color schemes, and especially the packaging. It's very dreamy, very colorful, and I don't know, I just really like the packaging. It's like classy but not too in your face, so I like that. And I believe that these are named Go Travel palette because it's very travel friendly, because it's a decent sized palette. It's kind of small, but it still contains a lot of colors for you to choose. You can make a lot of looks with this when you go on trips. Overall, I do live for these palettes. In terms of everything, like overall, it's very worth it for the price. It performs really well, it looks really good, and it looks premium. So yeah, that's my overall verdict. If you already have this in your palette, just go and buy this. You won't regret it, I swear. I am going to be featuring these palettes in future looks, so stay tuned for that. For now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this look. Press the bell to get notified whenever I post videos, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!